Remember in school days we were taught one concept, then we solve examples related to that concept and then we are fed with some unseen example to check our understanding of the concept. This is how we have been supervised with many such examples by our parents, teachers, friends, etc. We use similar approach to teach various machine learning models to predict or to classify certain things. In supervised machine learning, we give machine some input data including the correct output of the data. Then the machine uses a supervised learning algorithm to decipher patterns that exist in the data and develop a model that can reproduce matching results with new data. Basically, we give input data and correct output data. Machine tries to figure out the mapping function that correctly predicts the output of the given input. Hello and welcome to Myra. In this video, we will explore supervised learning. Consider you have pictures of cats and dogs as the input data. There is a folder labeled as cat containing pictures of cats and another folder labeled as dog containing pictures of dogs. Now these pictures along with their labels are fed to machine learning models which learn to classify cats from dogs. To check if our machine learning model has learned something, we give test data containing pictures of cats or dogs to the model and it tries to predict whether the given picture is of cat or dog. If it has correctly predicted the mapping function, then if it sees the picture of dog, it will return the label dog, and if it sees the picture of cat, it will return the label cat. Below are the following steps involved in supervised learning. First, collecting the datasets. Second, splitting datasets as input data and output data. Third, splitting the above dataset further as training and testing datasets. Fourth, using a training dataset to train a machine learning model. Fifth, testing the accuracy of machine learning models using a testing dataset. Further, supervised learning is divided into two subcategories. First, regression. Second, classification. Regression is the hello world of machine learning algorithms. It is the simplest supervised machine learning technique used to find the best trend line to describe the data. Basically, it finds a curve which best describes the relationship between input data and output data. It is used for the prediction of continuous variables. Suppose we have to predict the yield of crops this year in a certain region. This helps farmers to decide what to grow and when to grow. We are provided with statistics of many years. The data contains important information about weather conditions, fertilizers used, amount of water used, amount of money invested, crop growth, timing, etc. with the output as yield. Using this data, we need to predict which crop will give maximum yield with minimal resources. In order to achieve that, we will try to find a relationship between the resources used and the yield. We will try to look for patterns in the data which will enable us to predict the things more accurately and then conclude with the crop that will give the maximum yield. It is the same thing that a machine learning model will do in order to predict the yield using regression. When data is given to machine learning model, it will use regression to find the relation between input data and target variable, in this case yield. Once it gets the relationship, it can accurately predict which crop will give us maximum yield for the given resources. Regression is easy to understand and is very important as it provides the basis for more advanced machine learning techniques. Regression has its application in a range of disciplines like finance, businesses, investing, trend in social media, GDP growth, etc. Some algorithms used in regression techniques are linear regression, non-linear regression, regression trees, Bayesian linear regression, polynomial regression. We do classify things in our day-to-day life. We classify clothes in our cupboard. We arrange varieties of lentils in different jars. We arrange dishes in the kitchen racks. We have classified regions according to culture, etc. To know more about classification, watch our previous video on classification and read our blog. Here we will quickly try to understand how classification occurs in the machine. We love to shop online where we also give feedback on the product we just purchased. If the product is good, we write good things about it, but if it is bad, we criticize and return it. The person sitting in Amazon's office separating good comments from bad ones. It is easy for him to recognize sarcasm, positive review, negative review, basically various human sentiments. Even if he classifies one review in 10 seconds, it will take more than 3 years for him to classify 1 billion reviews. But the classification algorithms can do the job in merely a few hours. This is how they do it. First, we fed the machine with some data containing the reviews and the sentiment as positive or negative. With the help of the data, we train machine to learn human sentiments. After that, we test the machine if it has learned anything by feeding some unseen data. If the machine successfully recognizes positive review from negative review in test data with some good accuracy, we deploy our model to finally do the job. Some algorithms used to perform classification are given below: logistic regression, k-nearest neighbors, decision trees, support vector machine, naive Bayes. So this was all about supervised learning. Hope the video was informative. Thank you for watching the video.